Hello and welcome back to Crew 42's coverage of the St. Louis Open presented by Crane Agency. It's a sponsored event by MVP Disc Sport. We're in St. Louis, Missouri for our MPO lead card of round 2. We're in Carrollton Park. And on joining me on the commentator's mic, I have Sam Smigiel. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, Zach. It's been good so far. We've had some good golf. Aidan's been playing clean, getting a lot of birdies. He's now tied with Adrian at 14 down. Got Levi and Zach, 10 and 9. We still gotta fight.
Hole 10 is going to start us off on our back 9, 365-foot par 3. Very reachable here. The danger with this hole is the basket sits kind of beyond this layer of trees. It's not that first basket on the left. It's going to be the one we see as we come around this corner, and it's also sitting precariously on a small hill next to the road.
Yeah, another one of those challenging pin locations.
This could be really good if it stayed over the hill. Going to be a little short for Levi there.
Yeah, you can see on this course there's been a lot of holes where there's not a low ceiling, but you can't throw high. So it's really kind of forcing you to play the fairway as it's intended. Aidan doing a really good job of that there.
Here's Zach now, a little higher. Gets through a lot of it, though. You'll have a long circle, too, from there.
Maybe yeah, it might have a straddle.
Adrian trying to get through. Oh, taking the right side there. He's going to have a long look for his birdie. Circle 2 for sure.
Yeah, deep in circle 2 for his bird.
Would you run it in his position? Yeah.
We'll see when we get up there, but
because he's likely going to go first. Yeah.
How big of a drop off is there behind the basket?
It's probably 8 foot, and it's probably 15 feet to the road.
Well, we're maybe find out right now.
Just cue it up. No,
I got to stop doing that to you, Zach. I didn't mean to.
Let's go.
Great birdie.
And you haven't seen any of this yet either. So like you're accidentally just queuing it up every time for Zach. You just can't do it.
Round 1, round 2.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zach. I'm rooting for you, buddy.
Yeah, Adrian actually laid up. We missed his shot, but he has that tap in for par. Aidan's going to take the solo lead here for our tournament so far.
Adrian decided I'm not going to risk it this early. There's still enough tournament to play. I can catch him.
Hole 11, 715 feet. It's a little downhill most of the way. You kind of see the tiers going down. The basket's going to be tucked off to the right. There's a pine tree there. You can see farther up the fairway. It's beyond that, beyond the bush on the right side. Anything that's remotely close to that pine tree we're passing right now is a fantastic shot. If you can get a roller to get there. There's just anything in bounds. Just get something in bounds, throw a forehand approach around the pine tree, and you got yourself a birdie look.
Yeah, either backhand with something not too overstable. You can see Aidan just trying to get that thing down. The road is OB, so he is okay off of his drive. I could see some people going forehand on this one just to fade away from the road. If they throw it a little bit too left, they can skip.
And that sidewalk's there too, so there's actually kind of like a landing strip that's
you're just getting so close to the road with that backhand.
It's making you a little nervous.
I could see even just throwing maybe a little bit more of a flex shot up the middle, so it's fading later in its flight instead of what you're seeing all these do. And unfortunately, Zach is gonna go out of bounds.
That might be Adrian's car. Just so everyone's aware. I'm pretty sure I saw him open the trunk after this, so. Could be wrong. I don't know that, but I'm pretty sure it's his car or used.
You can see Adrian going with something a little bit straighter. Keep it away from the road, and man,
still tickles
every one of them. Our furthest one away from the road is 4 feet, maybe.
Zach's up first. Oh, we're getting another over the top. This needs to get past that last bush. It's not gonna.
He leaves that one short, and he's going to have some work to do from there. Adrian looks like he's lining up a bit of a flex play. Trying to get that to pan out to the basket and just catches that last tree.
Aidan with a chance of really swinging momentum in his way here, feels like.
Yeah, this could be a big birdie if he can get up and down, put this one close, really put some pressure on Adrian.
Yeah, he's going to have a birdie look from there. Levi pinched off left, but far enough forward where he's going to be able to go under this first tree and get wide of the second.
And he gets himself pretty close. Now he's running this one.
Yeah, has to. No reason not to.
Yeah, just couldn't keep the turn on that one. That's a tough putt.
Yeah, tough nose angle to hold too to kind of keep it gliding forward.
And Zach just didn't have any line to get out of there. You can see he's 30 feet from the basket and just has to pitch up for his par.
He's looking pretty impossible right now. Pretty invincible.
Aidan's on one right now. He's feeling good. His putting's good.
And it feels like for Adrian, you really just got to kind of keep your head down. It doesn't matter what he's doing. Just get back to your game plan, execute on a few holes, and keep yourself in the mix.
Yeah, you can't control what Aidan's doing. You just got to get yourself some birdies and hope that he slips up and gives you an opportunity.
Here's a great hole where that could happen. Hole 12, 295. It's not the longest hole in the world, but it does have some trickiness to it. You want to throw a forehand around the left of these trees, trying to skip into this little gap. It's kind of hard to penetrate into it. The big miss tends to be deep and left, which gets you a little canopy of trees in your way.
Yeah, it looks like you want to play this one with something overstable and play it a little bit short of the basket to give yourself maybe short right as the ideal landing zone. Aidan is not going to birdie this hole and going to give Adrian a chance to pick one back up on him.
And Adrian's a pretty good forehand player, so this is a good hole to get one back too.
Yeah, we saw his forehand power. Let's see if he can tone that down and get himself near the basket. This looks like it's on a good line.
Oh, yeah.
Really well played.
You can't do a lot better than that.
Zach looks like he's got a pretty good shot of his own, and he is RCTP.
All right, you can do a little bit better than that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's Aidan. Needs to get this one close to save the par. Ooh.
Gets through. Happy to get through there.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get through and gives himself a bad kick, that's not a good position, as you can see here.
It's going almost a hammer here, it looks like, from Levi. Yeah. Upside
Just
down.
Nothing.
Yeah, like you said, it could have been really bad for him. He could have been stuck in a really tough position if he didn't get through that.
Just like that. And that's a big weight off of Adrian's shoulders. He was 2 back, and now just like that, he's only 1 back, and now he feels like, okay, we're in this. We've got a ball game.
Momentum's his way. Which is good for us. I love a little.
Oh, I want to see a battle. Let's go.
Yeah. Hole 13, par 5, 800 feet. I mean, if you were just walking this course, you might think this is the toughest hole in the course just because of the tee shots, like ideal landing zone. The camera's coming up to it now. There's this little platform that you want to land on as close as you can to that gap, giving you the next best opportunity. You actually want to take the left side. From there, it's a big turnover backhand. If you can, push through the right side, maybe the inside of that tree, if you can find the gap, and then you have an elevated pin. Not too much, it's just a little taller than normal on your green there, but You actually might see a couple plays too on that second shot, actually after the first drive, is to go left and then throw forehand up so your third shot's more open to get to the... It's a little longer on your third shot, but open to approach.
Yeah, it looks like there's a couple tough little gaps that you can see. Adrian does not get far enough left off of his tee shot, and he's not going to be in a good position.
Here's Zach now.
Get in front of that tree. Oh, yeah.
He's going to be just a little short of the platform there. There's a little hill there, too. You do not want to land on that hill there. Compromise your footing.
Aidan taking the same line. Got to slow down, and it does.
He likes pushing the OBs a little bit here.
Yeah, last couple holes here. We've had some getting close.
Ooh, Levi putting a move on this one.
And throws it too far.
Yeah.
See, both Aidan and Zach threw a little more inside, and we saw Levi throwing that same line, but just pushed it too far, and now he's going to be in a tough position.
This gives him a lot of room to kind of really be as aggressive as he wants. This is turned over way too much. This is off the fairway, right side towards the houses.
Was he going for the green, or where is he going?
I think that's what his plan was. I think a little bit of wind up there caught him maybe, but like the angle I don't think was quite right. That
looks great.
So good.
Don't go too far. That's so good.
I mean, he put that roller down super late in the gap that's elevated in order to get that roller. Great shot.
We have only seen him throw good rollers.
Adrian's going to have to pitch. Tough spot.
And never a fun time when you got to throw your disc backwards.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a lot of hyzer. Oh, it's really good, though.
But he's got enough power to get past really most of the trouble and got him get himself up and down for par.
Looks like another roller line up here for Zach. Oh, contact.
Technical shot, and I think without that tree, he was going to get up there really nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to go find Aidan off the fairway here. He's actually on the far side of the bush. There's probably 30 feet, 40 feet worth of bushes in front of him, and they're probably 12 to 15 feet tall. So he has decisions to make here if he's trying to go for it from the knee. His caddy's talking to him right now saying, you should just pitch it backwards and be able to see, and then you'll have 250 feet to the basket up and over.
Yeah, I want to be able to throw a shot on my next throw. Mm-hmm. That's, I think, what I'm thinking from there. I can see where he's trying to get that forehand on a turn to get himself closer to the basket, but I think this was the right decision to get himself, he's in the lead.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need to do anything crazy and try to make up strokes.
Yeah.
Just try to get yourself up and down for par. It's still in play.
He actually said after he threw it, he wished he had thrown it farther so that he would have had more space between him and that bush. You can see him end up short.
I could see that, yeah.
Because he had to go so high. Zach, it was a wide open shot here. Great second shot from him. That's going to be really good. Patent pending here from Adrian.
Hold the turn.
Very nice.
Really nice up and down from that tee shot.
It's going to be for his par. Here's Levi now. Yeah, they're all making the upshot look pretty easy.
Yeah.
This is for par for Aidan to try to not lose a stroke. Oh,
and he knew it out of his hand, too.
Not
Gave
how
that one the full send.
Yeah, not how he drew it up, right? But he's going to keep the scorecard clean.
Zach be able to pick up the birdie.
Ooh.
Levi's going to do the same. See, 800 feet on a par 5, you don't think that it's going to be one of the harder holes, but, you know, it definitely gave our leader some trouble.
Yeah, played at just a little under par for the field. Just a little bit, 0.09 under par. Hole 14 now, 410 feet. Again, we're climbing up some hills here in order to get to the basket. This one is located pretty straightforward towards us, so you get a pretty maxed out throw. Road kind of cuts in a little bit as we get closer to the basket. The biggest danger, I would say, is if you turn it over too much early, you can run into some trees that will get you caught up short.
Yeah, Zach deciding to go for the forehand play and just doesn't quite get it on the right angle to get a skip, but he's got himself a circle 2 look.
Here's Levi now, I think with a more traditional play, which is a turnover.
And that slides up there really nice, 20 feet past the basket.
Still spinning.
You can see the spectator behind the basket. He liked it.
Adrian now trying to keep his momentum here.
A little higher. This has got to come out of it and just challenges those branches a little too much.
Just looking at that flight initially, almost looked like a good tree. That thing looked like it was pretty cooked right. Might have been pushing that right OB in play a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he had enough stability to get himself back in bounds.
Little flippy disc from Aidan too. It's
got to keep turning though, or stop right there.
Yep, it's going to hit that tree and stay relatively close to the basket at least.
Adrian probably just trying to get himself up and down from there. Jump putt up shot, and he does that well.
Feels like he's been having to fight for all of his birdies. They've been long putts opportunities. He hasn't had too many close birdies, it feels like.
Yeah, still one stroke back. You know, you're fighting sometimes when you're fighting like that, and you look at the scorecard and you realize that you're still only one stroke back. You know, hey, if I start, putting it together, then I'm right there. And Aidan just
airball
sticks to his hand and does not connect on that putt.
That's his first real miss we've seen, right? For the round?
I think so.
Yeah. Back to back.
And that is not what he wanted.
Not what I thought his first bogey would look like if he was going to even get one.
No, he was playing so clean and making just scrambling when he needed to. So really unfortunate to see that bogey from Aidan, but we're going to have another tie at 15.
Yeah, his first mistake there of the round. Hole 15 now, par 3, 355 feet, 108 meters. Pretty gettable hole here if you get a perfect tee shot. You got to cut around this corner, and it's going to go up the hill to the right. You see the gray basket there? That's the short. This one's tucked uphill. I think a perfect drive will get you at the base of the hill and an uphill putt.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty big forehand.
Yeah, it is. That's not the basket to the left there. It's his basket there to the right.
So he went a little bit long.
He did.
But really smooth forehand there. Let's see if Zach can get the angle right. A little outside.
Yeah, I think it's
probably trying to keep himself a little further away from the gap because that might be stretching his forehand distance, and he's still got a putt.
You also have to consider too that if he was to get real aggressive inside, if he goes too far right early, you'll have no putt for sure.
You're done.
Yeah,
you're done.
It's a 3 at best because you have to kind of pitch and then uphill putt. But if you leave it a little left, you're almost guaranteed to still be able to get up the hill and probably tap in a par. Adrian, on the other hand, is able to hit a much better spot. That's going to be a great position for a birdie run.
And Aidan decides not to go for the forehand and catches an early tree and stops the disc from turning. So he's probably going to try to pitch one in for his birdie.
From this distance, what are you doing to try to guarantee the disc isn't going to roll away?
I'm trying to put it in the basket.
Like he just did.
Yeah. If you're not wanting to run it, then I'm throwing a low shot at the base of the hill and trying to skip up the hill. But I would have done the same thing that Aidan did and just try to make it. If you go long, you're going to hit one of those trees, and there's enough like kind of fluffy stuff by the basket. You're not thinking it's going to roll too bad.
Jeez, we've had a couple.
I got to stop doing that.
Where's the call it counter at the bottom of the screen? Come on. All right. Adrian now with a chance to reclaim the lead.
And such a good putt, just a little right.
Gave himself a look, though. That was really important. This is a hole where definitely not a lot of people are going to get looks. Played as the third most difficult hole, and there were a total of 2 birdies on the day.
Here we go.
Hole 16, we're in the last 3 holes of the round. 550-foot par 4. This is a gettable par 4. It's very downhill. There is a Mando on this hole. You actually have to throw right to the tree that we've already passed here. You'll see, if you're trying to get really aggressive, you can go roller. I think that's the optimal play to get down there. You might see someone like Aidan be able to get a backhand there, something pretty flippy to get around everything and then come back. It's a pretty tough shot to land in the right area, though, I think, in the green and keep it there.
Let's see if we can get Levi to get a roller down there. He's thrown a bunch of good ones so far. And doesn't, no, just big turn.
Yeah, hits the Mando tree. He's trying to go around, I think, in air. Hits the Mando tree, popped it up, landed it on the good side of the Mando.
Yeah.
This is a roller from Zach. It's going to curl up a little too early.
Yep. Threw a pretty flippy disc there, but knows it's going to get a turn and get himself in a good position. Adrian going for the power forehand, gets a lot of turn on that.
I mean, that disc was still cooking.
It goes in the direction he wanted it to, gets himself into a good position.
See if he goes roller again. He had one that went OB. Does that affect your decision making? Something like that? He hit that OB roller he had.
If you went OB on that hole before, then if we had played this hole for first round and he had gone OB, then you might be thinking about it. But no, you just think about what if that went OB left because I didn't put the right angle on it, then I have to. You just make the correction to put the right angle on it, so it goes further right.
Yeah. That makes sense. Levi was able to get up and close. Now it's Adrian's turn. Oh, this needs to sit. Oh, no.
And he's going to be putting for par now.
Swinging the door back open to Aidan now.
Missed the tree. And
nice.
He's right there for birdie.
Yeah, really nice. He's kind of had a lull in his round after just shredding the first 11. It's going to put him back on the right track here.
Yeah, he's 1 over through the last 4 holes. Going to get this birdie here to get him back to level through the last 5 and take the lead back.
The question is by how many strokes?
Important putt here for Adrian. Just short.
That's a big momentum swing there. It's not just 1 stroke. Now it's 2. And with 2 holes to play, you're probably thinking, you're hoping you can get one of those back in the last 2 holes.
And late in the round, if that happened on, hole 6, he's not as upset. You can see he was really really upset about that missed putt. Probably a little more so about that up shot, bringing that one in too hot. Going to try to get one back, and we've got another leader.
Yeah. Hole 17 is a great chance to do that. 295. It's not too long. You can see the camera kind of going through the plinko trees, the guardian trees. You have to kind of navigate through the fairway there. The road isn't really too close to the basket, I don't think. I don't think it really comes into play, especially with the uphill, but
we do have a gap off the tee.
Yeah, the gap is the relevant thing here, as Levi is demonstrating.
Yep.
Zach now with I think the forehand's really good here.
And no, not, Levi, just kind of sneaking his way back up there, tied for second here with Adrian, puts it under the basket. That's a big deal.
Yeah. Levi's had a really clean back nine. He's been quiet because we've been looking at our leaders, but you're absolutely right that he is in the mix right now. Zach gets parked. Aidan needs to slow down. He does. He'll have a putt from circle one. We got some stuff going on.
This is a tight gap late in the round. Handles it well. One skip. And he's going to have himself a putt.
I don't know what this red disc is for Levi, but he throws it a lot for his up shots. It's really grippy, tends to not go too far.
Really overstable.
Yeah. I always want to say it's like a yarn or something, but I don't know what any of those. I couldn't tell you what they do.
Does he have a manufacturer sponsor? Is he open bag? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure he has a mixed bag of some sorts. Or if he is a manufacturer sponsor, he has a 10% kind of thing, right? Where he can throw a couple other things.
Sure. Good birdie from Adrian.
Either that or I'm just like wrong. And no, that was a zone. He's sponsored by Discraft, and I'm just talking out my butt. But I'm pretty sure he has a mixed bag, but I could be wrong.
You could see it had a thumb track.
I don't think that's a thumb there. I think that's him warped, like holding the disc. I think,
Wow.
Yeah, it's really gummy, but.
Or maybe a bunch of missed putts.
Oh, no. Hole 18, we're finally at the end of our round, 469. This is a very tightly guarded hole depending on where you land off the tee. If you land in the right side, it opens up this kind of hyzer or spike hyzer angle approach to the green, which is your best angle. If you're on the inside, though, you might find yourself a little pinched. You really need to clear these first trees off the tee you can see in the center of the fairway there.
When he just gets away with one, wow. Really happy to get through there. He was going to be in no man's land off of the tee.
Absolutely. Great break for him.
Big drive for Aidan.
And he knew it wasn't good. This kick left is not optimal.
No, and he's going to have a tough position. He'll still have a swing, but he's going to be pinched there where getting far enough left might be a challenge.
Chance to pick up a stroke, though. Oh.
Way inside. And skips into the woods. That's not what you want.
Yeah, that could be bad. There we go.
That's what you got to do.
Good intentional drive.
Yeah. You just made it look so easy.
I mean, are you thinking try to get to the basket here, or are you trying to not take any more strokes?
He's got a slow disc in his hand, apparently going roller, so
Sure.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, let's take another look at that one with our Disc Golf Threads replay. Look good, feel good, play good at your next event. Check out discgolfthreads.com for any of your Crew 42 jerseys. Pick one up to support the channel. And not what I was anticipating here. He's actually going to have to cut it inside over that kind of initial tree.
Fooled both cameramen there.
He's going to...
Kudos to him for really trusting his disc, knowing that that's going to turn, get to the ground, and wow.
That's a phenomenal roller. And he'll have a circle's edge putt for his birdie.
Yeah, most people aren't thinking that they're going to get that close to the basket from that position. They're trying to throw some long turning forehand and maybe get themselves to 50 feet.
Yeah.
And Adrian handles that really well.
Aidan now, but pressure back on him. He's got to throw a spike.
Oh, he goes inside.
Try to go through it.
Yeah, see, I think those trees just in front of him were far enough right where he had to push the disc too far right to not get back to the basket. So he found a gap, didn't get through, and probably going to be taking a par.
Very nice from Zach there. Wasn't an overhand, but it was still really good.
Yeah. Yeah, you take that 10 times out of 10.
We won't count it against him. Levi going forehand over the bush instead of backhand. Do you think that's probably because of that telephone pole?
I don't know. Maybe he's just really confident with the forehand. It worked.
Yeah.
And there's some room back there. So, I mean, it worked for him.
Yeah.
I can't hate on it.
Okay, this needs to be an up and down. Oh,
almost was.
I almost wasn't up. Big putt again here for Adrian.
Trying to get himself within one to finish this round out and just too high.
Didn't leave it short.
Nope. Really want to make that putt. After such a great upshot, too. Good birdie there.
Great back nine.
Yeah, clean back nine from Levi.
Yeah, he's had some struggles on the front, but gets himself not only a clean back nine, but he's in contention. He's only 2 strokes back, tied with Adrian. He still has something to say about this tournament.
Absolutely.
All right, our final tap-in after some fantastic disc golf from our competitors. We've had some movement on the leaderboard. Speaking of which, Zach just had a turkey there to end his round. They were talking about a little bit. He needed a birdie out to maintain his spot on the lead card, and he did.
Exciting back nine.
Yeah, so we had a lot of action there. We're going to take a look at our top 10 standings here for the round 2. Aidan now taking the lead with a -9 on this round. 2 players back by 2 strokes, and Zach back by 4 strokes for our lead card. So we're going to see how things play out for round 3. We've got to go back to Logan for our final round.
All right, 1 round to go.
Thanks again to our Patreon followers for supporting us. Check that out if you're willing to support us in that way. Without your help, we would not be able to do what we do. Thank you guys for watching. Sam, thanks for commentating.
Hey, having fun.
All right, see you in the round 3.